and welcome back to the Lee's Summit Town Hall podcast. I am your host, Nick Parker, and with me, back again, my second favorite co-host ever. It's the one not named Jason. It's Liesl Hayes.
How do I tolerate this abuse every week? I mean, I come in here and you make fun of me. I mean, I don't know what to say.
Like every good host needs a foil.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, and plus, you come in, you're awful cheery. You've got like this glow-in-the-dark pink shirt on.
I do. I mean, you can buy this shirt. It says Kansas City, I'm so in love. And it is bright pink, which is kind of awesome because it's Valentine's appropriate. And you can get it at True KC in downtown Lee Summit. So there you go.
Which, a little foreshadowing, we might have the owner of True KC coming on an upcoming show.
We do. Next week, actually.
We do. I know I was trying to be a little more subtle, but you just go ahead and throw it out there.
I'm just going to tell him like it is.
Okay, so you said Valentine's appropriate. Are we already in Valentine's Day mode?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we're recording on January the 24th. Are we there already?
Mm-hmm. You know, here's the thing, Nick. This time of year is such a bummer that I feel like after one holiday ends, you just move right to the next one. So like the day after Christmas, you're like, it's Valentine's Day time, you know? Yeah.
Is this when you point out that I'm obviously just the bad husband who doesn't think about Valentine's Day until the very bitter end?
You know, I wasn't going to say anything. You said it well enough yourself. So right. There you go.
That's fair. Hey, speaking of local and supporting local, guess what? The Lee Summit Town Hall podcast is brought to the good people of Lee Summit by our friends at Budget Blinds of Lee Summit.
We love Budget Blinds.
We do. The Stoddards, the family that owns that, are fantastic people. They're always doing things for the community, with
Absolutely.
the community. In addition to the fact that, look, they got the robot shades.
You and your robot shades.
When you want window treatments, you want anything to home decor, that's the place you go to.
It is. I just want to be able to say, Alexa, close my blinds, please. I'd probably say please too, even though she's, not
general
real.
rule for everything AI. Say please and thank you. Because when they take over, you want them to like you.
That is true. That is true. Start buttering up Alexa now.
Right. I mean, whatever device you're using, be nice because they're going to take over. Also, be nice to our friends at Budget Blinds. Go in there, find the stuff you want for your home. Tell them Jason and Nick sent you.
Did you just say Jason and Nick sent you?
I totally did.
Wow.
You know what?
I think maybe you should just introduce our amazing guest
I will tell them Liesl and Nick sent you.
Yeah.
And then listen on because we've got a fun guest coming back. I think it was during the dark times the last time she was here. She was here virtually then. She's in person in the vault today. Ashley Muffitt from Square One and the Mid-Continent Public Libraries. Welcome.
Hey, guys. Thanks so much for having me.
I like how you just leaned in, a little shy of the microphone there because you're not a shy person.
No. I don't want to be too aggressive, though.
You can be aggressive, see? Okay. Just you can lean in. It's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
So Square One, it is a program through the library system supporting small business owners, entrepreneurs. I think it's been around a while, but I think this is a good opportunity to give a refresher because I think that's one of those programs that a lot of people don't know is there. So let's start with just some basics. What is Square One?
So the Square One of Square One.
Mm-hmm.
Let's start at Square One.
Let's start at the very beginning.
I approve of somebody else doing the dad jokes for me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got it right. So Square One is one of the mission enhancements out of Mid-Continent Public Library that was started. This Square One was started in about 2015 out of a need for small businesses looking for business help. More of a business boot camp is kind of the origination of it, or origin story, I guess we're doing. Then it just kind of grew from there. People wanting more and more support on how to start a business, how to check if their business idea is already existing, how to look, how to research their market, doing feasibility studies, things that are hard to access as just a general community member. So they brought all of those resources together and started Square One, and it's sort of built around our business information librarian, Kelly Head. Most chamber members would know him because we send him out to do all the chamber presentations. But he is sort of the curator of all of our business databases that the library has access to. So that is one big benefit to a lot of entrepreneurs. There's a paywall for a lot of databases out there. So we've kind of covered that for people so they can come in and get access to that information before starting a business, or if you just want to test out a theory, I've been doing a catering business. Should I put in a restaurant? That kind of thing. So we're there for all of your business ideas, whether that's a new business idea or an idea inside of your existing business.
So whether you want to launch and start up or just grow and expand.
Yep. We're
whatever
here.
phase.
Yep. Here to cheerleaders, I like to call us, support you through your journey, help you, even realize you are an entrepreneur and what that looks like and what that means, and kind of re-educating populations of people that just weren't educated on entrepreneurism as a career path. So, a lot of times it's taking business owners that already exist and saying, hey, did you know you're an entrepreneur? Did you know that there are support groups for that?
You know what? Two things. One, I think you're right. We need to be taught it's okay to say we're an entrepreneur. Like I don't know about you, Liesl, but like when I'm going on almost 7 years. I still don't like to say out loud I'm an entrepreneur. Right? Like
I get it. I get that.
To me, that means a level of success or smarts that I don't believe I have.
Sure. And there is no that, right? There's no rules to it. There's nothing we've established as this is that, this is not. And so I think a lot of people, it's how you define it as success, how you define what level you have to reach. But I think a lot of times it takes people on the outside saying, hey, Nick, did you know you're an entrepreneur?
Well, and I think that goes back to the other word you said that I liked, where you said you're cheerleaders, because really, if there's anything most of us need, right, is just somebody to be the cheerleader and to say, yeah, you're doing it.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think nobody really talks about the loneliness that exists inside of entrepreneurship too. I mean, it is one of those things where, you partner with people, but at the end of the day, like you're the one responsible for your business. And that is something that I think is really challenging. So speaking of entrepreneurs, are there some that you have helped that inspire you?
Yeah, so I haven't been able to be a part of anybody's journey start to finish yet necessarily, but some of our more local success stories would be Brandon.
Brandon Simpson from Jazzy Bees.
Yeah, thank you so much for all of that. So his business, he was able to get some support through the library starting out to help him kind of figure out some ideas, help him figure out how to pivot a little bit in COVID. I know that's still a nasty word, but, so.
I don't know why. I don't know why we decided to hate that word.
Yeah.
It's a great word.
Are we talking about pivot?
Yeah.
Oh, I think it's just because it was used so much. It became kind of cliche. But no, I mean, I think it's still a good word.
Yeah, it's a good to do in your business. It's
Right.
just we need to come up with a better word for it maybe now. But got some help with that, and so he was one of the reasons that Square One was so successful, and successful enough that they opened an additional mission enhancement called the Culinary Center out of our Green Hills location, or it's on Green Hills in Kansas City. So that one's by Zona Rosa. So now there's an entire culinary center dedicated to business. The business of culinary arts, basically. So helping you start your restaurant, food truck, explore personal chef, explore menu items. They have a test kitchen. They have a kitchen incubator. So that was one that got so massively popular that it became its own mission enhancement. And we get to partner with them on Food BizCon in March. So that's a food business conference 2 days out of the Innovation Center in Independence to help anybody that's either currently owning a food business or thinking about owning a food business. If you're one of those people that like you make that thing so well that everybody's like, you should start a restaurant, then, take an afternoon and come out to Food BizCon and see if that's right for you.
I like that you picked Brandon's story as kind of a success one for people to look at because it really is just a good story of somebody who's kind of started. I mean, I've had him on a different show, and he talks about how he sold cheesecakes while he was in college and playing football. That was his first business, but he went through the system. He's been successful, and now he even helps teach. Like he helps others go through that same program.
Yeah, that's ideally, the sort of concept of it would be, you put in when you're thinking about things or you're lonely and you're wanting connection, and then you get the services you need to feel that connection and grow your business, and then you come back and help the next gen of people do that. So we've been able to do that a lot with our businesses that come through the programming, then end up being educators in the program. So we're always looking for presenters. If you're out there thinking, I would like to present on that, that's something that we're also always looking for. But we try to bring relevant programming to small businesses. That's going to be, from how to start a business to how to work on your business, how to work on your business social media, how to build your brand, or earlier classes on how to get funding, feasibility, business action plans. So it just depends on, where you are in your journey. But wherever you are, we have a place for you to put in and get that connection.
Where are you pulling, the resources for all of those things? So people, whether they're wanting to look at brand development, they're wanting to look at social media, funding. Everybody wants to know about funding. But that's a big bag of tricks.
Yes. So we do a couple different things to kind of achieve our initiatives. We build programming throughout the year, and that is taught by our presenters that we bring that are outside normally of the library system, and they're someone that is an expert in their field. So we have retired CPAs teaching the funding classes, we have retired investment bankers, we have current existing business coaches, and just all kinds of presenters that come in and teach on those specific, marketers and things like that teach on that. So whether it's attending one of our community programs that we do virtual, hybrid, in-person throughout our 3-county system, or we have our one-to-one services. And so we have Kelly Head, who I mentioned, our business information librarian. He's able to meet with you one-to-one to talk about your specific business idea, help you research the market, figure out if it's going to be right, help you figure out how to get in touch with your city officials or what permitting and licensing you might need. And, from that to if you already have an existing business and you want to study opening a second location, or you want to talk to him about expanding your service area to, across state lines, or start going to an online store instead of just an in-person store. So he's got, tools that he can help you with if you're just looking to kind of explore some business ideas within your existing or new businesses. And then we have a specialist who's actually in studio listening, our social media specialist, Chloe Yoder. So she is there to help you bootstrap your marketing and your branding, because that's what we know most entrepreneurs do in the beginning, and then helping you find resources when you're ready to maybe hire a marketer or take your brand to the next level.
Well, I think that's an important thing to talk about, because so many of us are like, well, I can do that on my own. Or you have to. But that's a lot of work. And we're experts at whatever it is we're experts at when we start the business. And most of us can't also be experts at how to develop our brand, how to market that brand, whether it's social media or whatever. We have to think about those things earlier than we usually do.
Yeah. And it's just like the shoe cobbler's kids, with marketers, they're some of the worst business marketers, for their own brand.
Right.
So, you could be blindsided to your needs or your brand or how you're coming across. So even if you don't have a bunch of immediate questions, she can help you kind of do that analysis on your brand and say, hey, when I click on this link on your Facebook, it takes you to your website, but the website's broken, and that's really devastating to your brand and your pipeline, your sales pipeline. So, helping you look at things that you might have missed, even if you are a marketer.
That's fantastic. I mean, because I think about, like you said, in the beginning, when we started our businesses, that's a really critical component. But the reality is that a lot of us just don't have the funding to be able to hire someone to do it. So I absolutely love that you provide that service. I think that's amazing.
And I think some of us just need more help on how to keep it top of mind, how to work it into whatever our business processes are. Like I'll say, Liesl with her business is really good at the social media. I think she does a good job of making herself be consistent and doing it. It's the last thing I think of. I think of at the end of the day, I should have posted that. I should have told people about what I'm doing or what I'm going to do. It's as I'm trying to go to sleep is when I think about it.
Yeah, you need a Chloe in your life, because anytime we're out the door, she's like, grab a picture of it. Grab some vertical video.
I'm great about telling other people to do that,
mm-hmm.
but I don't do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's a lot of business owners. To your point, you're really good at your thing, And the more that you work on your business, the less you can work in your business doing it. So we try to make sure that when you take that time out to work on your business, it's tools that you can take and, work in your business more.
What are some other, I guess, I think I like that that's one really good specific thing, but what are some other kind of maybe specific services that you can kind of toss out for people to start wrapping their heads around as they think about, coming in and getting some assistance and getting some help? Because I think, especially in the first quarter of the year, as small business owners, we're all like, okay, how am I going to get through this? Because Q1 is always the slowest time of the year, except for a very few business industries are awesome in the first quarter. So what are some other, maybe some specific things that people could wrap their brains around?
Yeah, so this is, to your point, this is a great time to work on your business because you're not having clients bombard you to work in your business as much. So Q1, ideally, I came on in Q4, so I didn't get to do much with this year. But ideally, the last half of 2024, you're going to start vision boarding, you're going to start goal setting, you're going to start making your plans, you're going to start exploring ideas. So we're trying to get ahead of that and get our programming ready so that when you're ready to study how and when and how to hire a marketer, we've got you covered. When you're ready to explore expanding into that second location in 2025, we're ready for you. So ideally, you've already kind of done some of that at the end of 2023, and now you're executing that. This is the time that you could be building your website, building your content calendar for your social media all year. So we do a lot of like goal setting, vision setting, and then the content calendar creation is a big one that we kind of push this time of year. So now's the time that you don't have to do it always in the moment. You can set that up.
You can plan?
Yeah, you can plan.
You can actually plan. It does. It is a thing. Imagine that.
Blow some minds.
And we have tools and experts to help you. You could know, to some extent with stuff like this, you got to have flexibility because if there's a big event coming, if there's a big thing coming, you need to know. But you can also, have that all booked out. So, you're going to post about it when you're, and Chloe came in to Square One and then within under a month had all that going for us. So,
wow.
While also doing her other programming with us. So I think, that's a good testament of, if you take the time now and do it now, you can set it up for when you are busy later.
No, that's awesome. So let's say that you are an entrepreneur and you want to get engaged. What are some ways that you can start getting engaged with Square One?
So that's a good question because we're trying to figure that out to the same extent. So we want to know, when you're thinking through opening a business, when and where do you go get that first support? Because I think right now, Liesl, you made this point earlier, when you're in idea mode, you're so isolated. You don't even feel like you want to share your idea with anybody because what if they steal it?
So true.
It's this best idea that no one's ever had. So, the library, we're just seeking to make it a safe place for you to explore that. So we are big on intellectual freedom. We're not going to come up and be like, are you working on a business? What are you doing? But if you, like vampires, if you let us in, we can, we'll help you.
I'm not sure
gosh.
if that's the right marketing
Is that, no, not
Think of
it.
us like your vampire partners.
You have to invite us in.
Yes, you do.
Is my point there, I guess.
Invite us in, and then we will suck the life out of you.
But make you live forever, right?
Well, okay.
Yeah.
There you go. Silver lining.
Make your business eternal. So I think ideally you put in that first moment when, for me, I opened my first business in kindergarten. I got my teacher brought out clay and I got all the other kids to start making jewelry, and then I priced it and got all the teachers to come buy it. So I didn't even pay labor, but no one took me aside and was like, hey, Ashley, did you know that this is a job, just creating jobs, and I think that there was a disservice done a little bit, and that's local education for you, that, by the way, that didn't have any entrepreneurial resources, but now they're building that. So I'm working with local high schools and middle schools to talk to kids about entrepreneurism and solving problems and how to think through business ideas and I help people identify sooner to get that support. So if you're out there with a business idea and you're thinking about it, you're my customer, come to our door, go onto our website, follow us on social, whatever you got to do. We run about 3 or 4 programs a week, and we kind of vary them based on skill and topic. But then the one-to-ones, anybody out there that is just toying with a business idea, go on right now and book a one-to-one with Kelly Head, because he will change the game for you. Like it changes. The one-to-ones with him are the perfect first step to me, because it puts you on the right course either way. It's like, okay, this business idea that I've been holding on to for years. It's kind of like when you go get checked out at the doctor. Like, do you really want to know? But it's like,
Right.
I've had this business idea for years. Is it really viable? And then you can meet with Kelly, and he can help you see that it maybe is, or it isn't, or how, and what to do next.
Yeah, because when we're by ourselves and we hold on to it for 10 years, it's genius.
Yeah.
But is it really genius if we let it out?
Yeah.
Writing that business plan
And
is
there's
enlightening.
Fear. There's a lot of fear there. Well, you open it up, so let's do this now so we don't forget. If people do want to follow your social medias, if they do want to go to the website or come see you, tell us how they do all those things.
Yes. So I learned from my marketing director the other day, after he saw a reel that was like, you said the wrong website, that it is mymcpl.org.
mymcpl.org.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
MCPL.org is like Madison County Public Library or something. So you're
Well,
not
you
going
know
to
what?
find the same.
Madison County really appreciated
Yeah, I
the
know.
shout out. I'm sure they really appreciated that. You probably increased their
How quickly did you was your draw in phone from pocket to delete that post?
We didn't. I was like, I'm a big proponent on not deleting. Like, I think, we just made sure in the comments that we typed my all big. And then now it's a talking point, right? It'll help you remember that it's my MCPL.
I love that. Own the mistake
Yes.
and move on.
Yes.
I love that.
Entrepreneur style, right? Beautiful failures.
lots of beautiful failures.
Absolutely. I just had this conversation with another entrepreneur the other day about, the great thing about all the stuff we do is like, if you screw up, so what?
Yeah. If you don't
Fix it and move on.
If you don't screw up, are you even an entrepreneur?
I don't think so.
Well, and that's the great thing about so many things that we do digitally too, is like, it's easy to fix. It's not like, my early career in newspapers was like, I just printed 100,000 in those mistakes.
Yep. They're in the archive
There's
now.
a typo.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I have 2 very embarrassing mistakes that are, still in the museum in the bound volumes of the newspapers.
Exactly.
Somebody flips through those and I feel the embarrassment.
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was an actual press release, but there was something that went out. So we talked about beautiful failures at one of our internal library meetings, and one of the marketing people brought up that they sent out Mid-Continent Public Library, but it was missing a very important L. And I'll let you figure out what that one was.
Oh, yes. Okay, but that being said, what about social? Because I'm literally on my phone right now, and I want to do some social media. So
Yep.
where
So
do I follow you?
I would definitely make sure you follow MCPL proper. I'm going to promote them as well, because there's a ton of resources there, and they share our stuff too. And then we're Square One.
Okay. Done. I'm doing it right now, because here's the thing. If I don't do it right now,
One more time.
I'm going to forget.
On the socials, the handle is
Square One.
Square One.
Yeah.
And is that one like we're spelling that all out?
O-N-E. Mhm,
Okay, perfect. I'm doing it.
You're getting very big nods of approval from your social media
Oh,
champion.
good.
in the
I know
corner
she's
there.
helping you out over there.
I mean, she's
She
leaning
is.
as far away from microphones as possible, but her head is moving with vigorous.
Well, I would say
affirmation.
that with way less confidence if she wasn't there, because I was like, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so we have been posting about our events. We try to post every Sunday about our upcoming events. So they're all free. They're all supported by the Kauffman Foundation. So, we get paid on surveys. We need your surveys. So if you come to a program or book a one-to-one, please do the survey.
And for, our listeners are all right here in Lee Summit. So if they just want to go see you, you're right here in Lee Summit at the Colburn Road branch.
Yep.
You can go in and talk small business, talk entrepreneur.
Yep. So the Colburn Road got capital improvements as part of a capital improvement project. It's the same project that is building the new location by Costco in Independence, East Independence, opening up. So we have upcoming, I think that'll make it 35 branches across 3 counties, where our service area is the size of Rhode Island. I actually went to the Lone Jack branch yesterday. So that is like the furthest southern east branch that we have. But yeah, the Colburn Road is called the Library Center. It is not a branch. So we have destination libraries, yes. And Lee Summit has one of the destination libraries.
Oh, what's the difference?
So we have a coffee shop And then they've added a lot of additional square footage for meeting room spaces and congregating spaces. So we have, the 2 community rooms you can rent, but then we also have a lot of like little co-working offices you can sit in, and then a lot of available areas to sit and sort of commune. So.
Yeah, I actually started co-working from there sometimes. Like Melissa and I will go there for a couple hours, and I don't really want other people to find out because, then they're going to take my room. But I will say
do you have a
this.
spot that you like?
I do. And you can book it online. It's so easy. That's the great thing. Like you go online, you book it for a couple hours, and it's nice to have for meetings too. Like when you can go grab coffee, you can go have the meeting in there. So it's nice. It's a great resource.
I have used the Colburn Road, not branch.
Library Center.
Yes.
And the downtown branch, just to go. But I don't like to get the rooms. Like I want to be out and have noise around me.
Yes.
I want people moving around a little bit.
I brought my kids into the Colburn Road Library Center after I started, and they're so loud. And I was like, I'm sorry, they're my kids. They're just gonna. And they were like, no, we're a loud brand. Like we're a loud library. It's fine. Go book a room if you want to be quiet. So that's what we have all those rooms for.
I love that because I feel like we were shushed all the time when we were younger.
Right.
Got to be ultra quiet in the library. So
No more shushing.
I want to say I love all of the new programming, all of the new space that's come with all of these enhancements from the capital project. But can I tell you my favorite part is I love that they all have the biggest, most ginormous, loud signs out front. Like our family.
Oh, that is
our
true.
family joke is every time we drive one. Hey, what's that building over there?
Have you
Library.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I know, right? Have you seen the giant fork outside of the Culinary Center?
No.
You probably wouldn't
I
have.
haven't driven up there.
I'm going to have to look at that today. I go that way to go home, so I'm going to have to do
I
that.
like that they have not been afraid of signage.
Yeah. No, the fork is actually at the one up north by Zona Rosa, but it is not the biggest fork, apparently. I was out there the other day to learn that it's about maybe 2 feet shorter than being the biggest fork in Missouri, or maybe ever.
The biggest fork in Missouri. This is amazing.
Like that might be a loop that I use in future shows. I'm just gonna.
Kansas City has potentially the biggest fork, but there's also a competing spork somewhere nearby. So I think that's in Kansas.
Quick aside. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
Oh, no,
Spork.
not this question.
Do you like the spork? Yes.
Who doesn't love a spork?
My wife.
What?
We've had this debate a lot.
I'm gonna have to talk to her.
Yes, please do.
Yeah,
Pull her
That's
aside.
a genius idea.
Next time you see her, yeah, she's weird.
Well, in high school, we used to go fork people's yards and just stab forks in their yard. So I'm gonna spork your yard.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
Okay. Cool. She'll wake up to all the sporks.
All the sporks.
Give us a sporking chance.
Yes, exactly. So I agreed on the signage and the giant. I want to get like a giant thing outside the Colburn Road one for like maybe a graph or something. I don't know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, Ashley, thanks so much for coming on and tell us. I think this is a great program. We need more community, entrepreneurial community things. I think in the area. That's how we all survive. That's how we get better and grow our businesses, is just meeting other people and talking about it and finding those resources. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
That's going to wrap us up for this week. We'll talk to everybody next time.